This training video is brought to you by K-Alliance. K-Alliance provides high-quality instructor-led training videos for desktop, IT, and soft skills. Visit us online at www.kalliance.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new. Real videos, real learning, real success.
Well, here we are on the start screen, and I want to talk a little bit about these groups. By default, Microsoft gives you a nice big group here on the left, but it may not be exactly set up the way you want it to be set up. You know that you can move tiles around, you can resize tiles. But what we want to talk about here is how do you create new groups, like over here. In this middle section, this is a nice little group. It only has 3 tiles in it, and I'm just using the wheel on my mouse to get down further. And here's a third group, and it has 5 different tiles on it. Well, what if I wanted to break this group up, this nice big group up, into more usable pieces? And at work, you might have some specific things that you do during the workday, and you want them to be right next to one another. So all you have to do is coordinate it and organize it the way you want it to look. Remember, in the mouse use of Windows, you simply wheel to move left or right, or you use your scroll bar to move left or right. In the touch screen, you drag left or right. But what we want to do now is we want to zoom. And if you're on a touch screen, to zoom, remember it's 2 or more fingers, and then you just pinch and you drag them toward each other or spread them out from each other. But on a computer with a mouse, if you don't know this trick, you can hold down your control key on your keyboard and use your wheel. You just use your wheel, and your wheel will zoom things in and zoom things out. Now, you might not be a person who likes to remember shortcuts, so if you just want to use it the desktop way, on your start, or excuse me, I said desktop. That's an old habit dying hard, right? This isn't the desktop. This is officially called the start screen. So my apologies, but a good opportunity to share terminology, right? So on our start screen, what we want to do is zoom it out, and we want to use the start screen method for doing that. So in the bottom right-hand corner, as you move your mouse down to the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little minus sign. Now the charms pop up. I'm just going to ignore them because I don't need those. But on that little minus sign, you simply click, and that zooms out. So it's an automatic zoom out of your screen, and now you can see all the groups. So now what we can do with these groups is we can rearrange entire groups, we can create new groups, and we can rename our groups. So let's talk about rearranging the groups first. I'm going to grab this purple group, the far right group. I'm just going to click, hold, not let go, and move it. And I want that to be my first group. So now on my screen, that's my first group. No, I don't. I really want my big group back over there, so I move it back over. See how you just click on the group and you drag it to where you want. Now, folks, what you have to know is this is only available when you have it zoomed out like this so that everything is small. If you try to do this when you're zoomed in on your normal start screen, it's not going to do any movement for you at all. So that's how you move them. Well, what if you want to create a new group, right? Well, oops, excuse me. I didn't tell you what I did there. I just clicked on the group. Now to create a new group, I'm going to grab weather. I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to drag and not let go. And there's a space. You see it showing up? Now I'm in the purple tiles. Now I'm in the space in between. And there's a gray bar that shows up. When I let go, ta-da, I've now started my brand new group. Now I can move things. I can say, well, I want this in this group, and I want this in this group, and I can just click and drag and move things around. And again, especially for your work environment, this is going to be fantastic because you can group all the things that you need for work in one space. You can put all your personal things in one space. If you have kids that use your computer, put your kids' stuff in their own space and have organization that makes sense to you. Well, now that you know how to create your own group, let's give these groups some names because we might not like just the fact that it's plain across the top of the screen. So remember, zoom out is either control and use the wheel on your mouse, or in the bottom right-hand corner of the start screen, you have the little minus sign. You just click the little minus sign. And now I have my 4 groups. Let's name this middle group here. So all I do is rest my mouse on the middle group, switch to a right click, it puts the little check mark on the group, and now my new taskbar opens at the bottom, and in the bottom left-hand corner, I have name group. So I click on name group, and let's just pretend, I don't even remember what I stuck in there, but pretend that these are things that you need for work. So my, whoops, let me spell it right there, my work apps. And then you just click name. Now let me zoom back out. I'm just doing control and wheel, and there's the name right there, My Work Apps. Well, what if you change your mind? Okay, we'll zoom back out. I'll use a little minus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. Right-click on the group, and you just go back down to name group. And here you could change the name, or maybe you don't even want a name any longer. You just hit backspace, you hit name, and the name is gone. So it's very simple. Simply right-click, name the group, My Work Group, name it, right-click, name the group, Kids Stuff. Now this isn't really my kids stuff, my kids, and if you have more than one, I guess you put, you know what I just did there on accident, but it's a good example to show you. I meant to hit an apostrophe and I accidentally hit the enter key. So what happened when I hit the enter key is it thought I was finished. So I just click on it. Well, you know what, my kids, we'll just leave it like that, but you know how to rename it. You would right click and hit name group if you want to. And then just click back on your screen and you're zoomed out, and now you can see that you have labels for your groups. So let's recap. If you want to make a new group, you simply grab one of your tiles and drag it to where the gray bar shows up, and you can create a new group. Now if you don't really want that group, you just drag that tile back to where it was before, and that new group disappears. If you want to rearrange entire groups, remember that you have to zoom out. To rearrange entire groups, you simply click and drag. If you want to name or rename, you right click, and in the bottom you click and you do whatever it is you want to do. Here I'm just deleting that and hitting name, and then clicking on the screen, I'm zoomed back out. So move, rearrange, name, but whatever you do, get organized so that the start screen makes sense to you and it makes it easy to get your daily tasks accomplished.
We hope you enjoyed this preview video. Please click on the like button below if you did, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to visit us at www.kalliance.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial today. You could learn a lot in a week.